Ratchet and Clank 2, no buying weapons, in which I only have 3 weapons that I can use. Okay, so that there is the boss that I need to destroy to progress with the game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 36 pieces of health that I have right now. And it would be my preference to have a little bit more. So before I actually attempt that boss, keeping in mind I'm not sure how much is that where I want to go first? No, yeah, I'm not sure how much health I had at this point in my casual playthrough. I didn't have the foresight to go and check it. But the amount of health I have right now is... I think it's typical of what people normally have right now. Especially because I haven't been avoiding many enemies.
Thank you for shopping at Megacorp.
Okay, that's all full.
Please visit us again.
Right. Okay, so on Monday, and I can break these as well. Okay. On Monday, after streaming, I did 2 attempts of this boss. On one of them, I died quite early, and I think some of it is randomness and some of it is not being mindful of where the platforms are, or not being sufficiently mindful. The second time, I basically, for all intents and purposes, got to the end of the boss fight. I only died because I wanted to have the actual successful one to be on live on stream, basically. Right. So, in this rule set, the way you take out this boss is you start off by taking out some of his health. Okay. And then you move on to the heavy lancer. Okay. Right. Okay, he hasn't moved on to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so... Okay. Yeah, so that there is about 1/3 of his health depleted. So you do actually have to take out the rest of him with a wrench. This is possible, it has been done before, and I nearly did it myself, Monday. Okay. That seems to suggest he's gonna do his destroy platform attack. Oh no, that's his bite. Yeah, you don't want him to bite you. Oh, that's his destroy. Oh, another destroy. Another destroy. Okay. So yeah. He does a yell, and this might be the continuation of the phase. Yep. Okay, so in this boss fight, it's just a case of being patient. This boss fight will take about 10 minutes. Whoop. Okay, there it is. Ow. Okay, and I am taking 2 damage from those top-down attacks. Camera, please. Okay, he's still... Oh no, that did one. Okay, I am not sure. Maybe because... I think I know why it's sometimes doing 2. Each claw is its own attack. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so I think that time I was only hit by the right one. Or it looks on my left. Here we go. Okay, so this sort of movement, where I stand on the rear one, dodge, and then hit him while he's doing that. I think that's how you can bait him to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think that's how you can bait him to... Oh. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a way of baiting him to do that. Come on. Right. So... Okay. Yeah, so while I'm whittling down his health... Ow. Okay. Yeah, so while I'm whittling down his health, one thing that I can talk about now is... Whoop, don't want to step into the mud. Yeah, is basically how the variable difficulty of the game impacts this fight. I think... I want to go over here. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah, boy. Whoa. Okay. Right, yeah. So in the attempt when I nearly succeeded in destroying him, and for all intents and purposes did, that was in the second attempt as far as the game is concerned. Whoa. Which means that... Okay, that's a little weird of you. Okay. Yeah, which basically means that I dealt more damage to the boss. Oh, I don't want to get hit there. For some reason, sometimes his attacks actually don't hit me at all. Oop. That didn't hit. Is he gonna move into his swipey? Yes. Okay, so... Oop, okay. Yeah, so... In my... For all intents and purposes... successful attempt at the boss fight... Oh, that's third phase. Okay. Right. Hey, Jazzy. Oh. Thanks for the follow, Jazzy. Up. Whoa. There we go. Safe. Ooh, that could have gone bad. Okay. Ah, sweet. Yeah, so in my last, for all intents and purposes, successful attempt at this boss fight, I wasn't actually doing it at 100% difficulty. Having died in the first attempt, the game actually adjusted the difficulty. Well, do not want to be into a corner. There we go, that's about where I want to be. There we go. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go for that one. Okay. But my previous attempt was at 100% difficulty. This... Whoa. Whew. Okay. This attempt is actually at 100% difficulty. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, boy. Okay. So yeah, at this phase he seems to be doing the here boy. The destroying platforms moves a bit more, which does make it a little harder to get hits on him. Here we go. Whoa! And the projectile attack. There we go. Okay. Right. Whoa. There we go. Yeah, so also the way that the mud works here is if... Oh, there we go. There we go.
Shirt and shoes.
Yeah, so that means that
Megacorp.
my XP increased from where the health value is to another 6 values across to describe the amount of health I gained. But from defeating that boss, I can now do this.
Megacorp reserves the right to refuse service to anyone.
So yeah, that there is the box breaker. What it does is it destroys all the breakables around you. So that's the general breakables alongside all the crates. It doesn't actually destroy all the enemies around you, so that is a effect of that. But for example, I can stand about here. Yeah, okay, so I can stand here. And despite those boxes being far away, they broke. They broke. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be a good idea to get some more ammo. There we go. Right. Okay. So next up, I believe, is Endako. Yeah. Okay. Right, so not only are you capable of increasing your health via having it upgrade from killing enemies, but I'll use my reg for here. Actually, I can. I don't know. I mean, this isn't really. I'll just use the wrench for a bit. Oh, those enemies are gone. Okay. Enemies over here. Okay. Oh, they can't actually be seen. Oh well. Huh? I want to ignore them. I'm like way more powerful than they are. Yeah, so the enemies here will always exist in the level because there is a skill point that requires you to kill them. You all just use this. There we go. Do those things spawn? No, okay. Right, so not only am I getting the benefits of so not only am I getting the benefit of from the health upgrade that is right through that door in there. I'll do it in a sec. Yeah, so not only am I getting the benefit from that, but I'm also getting a little more XP from the enemies in here. Not much, but it helps. Okay. Nope. Up, up, up. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Nope. Okay. That, nope, that. Okay. Up, across. Nope. Okay, I'll just sit. So it's up, that way, that way, that way, that way, that way, nope, that way, that way, that way, that way, no, yep. Ooh. Okay. I'm pretty close, I think. Right. I wish you could do this with the digital one. Make it a bit easier. Nope. way, that way, that way, that way, nope, that way, that way, nope, that way, that way, that. Okay. And that one is definitely not the way to go. Okay. Yep. Fuck. Okay, you need to go down after that. Nope, that way, down, nope, up, that way, nope, across. Yeah, that's not a way to go, that's it also isn't. Okay. That might have been pretty close actually. That way, that way, up, that way, nope, up, that way. Now wait. Bother with that, I guess. Unless I can glitch out here. No, okay. That'll probably... If I don't finish the challenge in this stream, I'm gonna do that off camera. Namely, because it could take a while, and because in theory it is it's basically very for all intents and purposes it's the same as a series of quick time events. So it's a case of like in quick succession you have to waggle your analog stick up, down, down, left, right, down, left, one, something like that. Oh, that thing broke, yeah. Yeah. So that's basically how that is. Been to there. Have I gotten all the platinum bolts there? I think so. The third one is... Oh no, I can go and get the third one. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so those infiltrator puzzles behave sort of like quick time events, with the exception that it's like a quick time event where you don't know in advance what push you're gonna go through, and to some extent you can figure it out by to some extent you can figure out what direction you're supposed to go in via okay. Yeah, you can figure out which way you're going by basically feeling your way through it. Sort of like if you were to pick a lock blindfolded, would be a suitable equivalence to that, I guess. Yeah, my health is actually upgrading quite a bit. Normally when you return to a planet it doesn't upgrade nearly as much, but I'm not complaining. Does the thing come back? No, it doesn't. Okay. Right. There's you. Yeah, I'm getting quite close to a health upgrade. Surprisingly close. Okay. There's you. Break those things. And that's all the enemies. Okay. I also need to destroy those things. Or just those two at least. Okay, right, so that right there is a dynamo. I can't. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to activate it from here. So the way you're supposed to do it is to go there, activate it, run all the way through that door before it closes. It's not that difficult to do. On return it actually doesn't show you the cutscene. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then you just run through. And it turns out I actually already got it. I must have been confusing this save file with the other challenge that I attempted. Okay, so then you have these guys. And health upgrade is coming up pretty soon. There we go. Okay, now I have an extra piece of health. Yeah, and like that's already been obtained. Okay. I could also try and go for some skill points. That would be interesting. Although this isn't like the sort of thing where I would be where I would want to go for every skill point, because some of them are quite annoying to get, quite difficult to get, and some of them would require many tries, of which in those many tries you are within a hair's width of getting it. Like the one on Barlow, we have to complete a particular race with I think into 10. Okay. I can't get the platinum bolt in there. Think I've gotten all of those. I've basically got all of those except for one that requires quite a bit of waiting. Have I gotten all of those? For all intents and purposes, yes. I could go for that one, but there's not that much point to it. Well, it turns out that the grinding that I was going to do didn't actually result in that much of a difference. And naturally, it would be a thing that I would be capable, in theory, of doing, of just going through all the levels, grinding XP until I'm at the point where I can no longer obtain health. Yeah, I can't actually get up there. Unless I can somehow loop intercept. No. Nope. For some reason it didn't grab on there. Yeah, so that is another one of the that might be how you get it. Somehow abuse the momentum. Yeah. Oh. Unless there's actually a way over here that nobody ever noticed. Nope. Okay. But in New Game Plus, one of the things that you get is first person mode. And in first person mode, one thing that you can do is you can just straight up climb up walls, and that's generally how most people go for that thing there when they're going for the skill point. Although speedrunners typically know precisely how to Speedrunners typically know precisely how to abuse the momentum here so that they can always get that thing there. And one of the reasons why they want to get onto this roof here is to abuse more glitches to get to places faster, because it gives you more heights in which to deal with things. Now, how am I doing for ammo? I'm doing good, okay. Alright, so that teleports me over here. And there is an armor vendor. I already have full armor, so I have no need to get more. Oh, there's another platinum bolt, okay. Yeah. Oh. Okay, okay, so the way that I'm gonna go through this boss fight is so yeah, you sort of go around in circles. Although I've also seen people go in a figure eight pattern. But given the sort of spread of his shots, okay. Actually shooting their things so Alright, so I'm basically doing the same strategy as I was with the swamp boss. Right, and then rather than go at him with the wrench, I'm in fact going to go for him with this. Thinks that. Oops. Okay. That's an interesting piece of item. Yeah, so this is part of the problem the missiles behave, or the missiles that he shoots at you behave sort of weirdly. Lead your shots. And okay. There's another one right over here. Yeah, so based on the fact that the boss immediately destroyed the first turret, I wonder if he'll camera. Fact that when he's close, some of those missiles actually collide with the building. I believe he's going to go for the smash. Oh, he's delayed it. Okay. Yeah, so this does unfortunately mean that I'll be does mean that I'm gonna have difficulty controlling at this part of the fight. However, there we go. Actually, does that thing go for the...
It's like hide and go seek. You hide.
Huh. I could actually bait him to like never attack me by doing this, but it'll be fun. And yeah, it also wouldn't be a good idea to judge how well I'm going based on how well my health is relative to the bosses. And that's because there's nanotech on the ground. At about half health, or half of my own health that is, I will be... So at about half of my health, I will go. That's some of his. That's
Ratchet.
about. I could actually just let those things go. Oh, now he's going for the thing. Okay. Yeah, so that also makes this quite difficult, technically speaking, because that's full health. Okay. Probably must have been multiple. We'll try letting him get close because those homing attacks don't they never actually destroy the turret. They only so I could even go right here, wait for them to get close. There we go. Takes it out. Wait for him to get closer. And that's actually a pretty neat way of gaming him that I've just found right now. Okay. But you don't want him to get too close, otherwise he will actually and then I just have him get a little closer. Unless he's going for the bang. Nope, he's not going for the bang. But if he is... there we go. There's... okay. There he goes for a giant attack, which destroys the turret. But then I've got this one I can grab. Okay. I think at this point he's going to go close. So yeah, I just let him get close. Okay. Okay, now he's going to go for a... oh, okay. Not yet going for the smash. That'll be about right. Where's the next one? Over there. I think I want this pad here. That'll get me to where I need, I think. This one. Yeah, he's going to run all the way around here. Taking that path unusually to get through. Oh no, no. That's actually quite a neat thing that I've found. It's gonna make this a lot. Now this isn't as good of a... oh, there we go. Now he's done that, he's going to go for a big attack. He's going to go for a close-up attack so I can take out some of his health. go back in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Coming to get you, Ratchet. Right now.
He's going for a destroy. He's going to use that. Going to take on that.
I'm gonna crush you like a little bug.
Can I jump onto that?
It's like hide and go seek. You hide, my
yeah.
missile
Oh.
sink.
Yeah. I think in my first time doing defeating this boss, I think it actually took me around 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. But that was because I wasn't doing as much damage to him, because I was focusing a lot more on those projectiles that he's throwing. But now that I've found this exploit, yeah, now that I've found this exploit, it's made the boss fight less tedious. Could have just tanked it, but okay. Now he's going closer. There you go. Now. Don't think there's a... Right there? There's one right there, okay. Now I could probably tank everything he shoots at me, but I'll still... Oh no, I could probably tank him actually. Good idea. But yeah, he is very close. And there we go. He rises up, explodes all around, and kaboom.
You okay, Clank? Great. Let's go.
Hello? Aren't you forgetting someone?
Oops. Oh, I meant, after we free Angela.
Thanks. Now, before you run off, take a look at this. I picked it out of Lizard Boy's pocket.
Log entry 4792. Returning from Megacorp's distribution center. I'm beginning to suspect that Megacorp has lied to me. The extra-large decorative paperweights being stored there might actually be an enormous supply of protopets. Which might explain why the whole facility is guarded by ravenous mutant creatures. Their warehouse ship may hold as many as 10 million crates, and with 100 protopets per crate, that could be as many as, 3.5 zillion protopets. A secret shipment that large can only mean one thing. Megacorp is up to no good. I will confront them as soon as possible and demand a bigger cut of the action.
Are they insane?
The galaxy is in far more danger than I had imagined. Do you suppose, Mr.
We've
Fizzwidget...
wasted enough time on Fizzwidget already. I swear that crazy old man is not the same person I used to work for.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You used to work for Megacorp?
Yes, in the genetics division.
On the protopet?
On fixing the protopet's flaws. And I was this close to succeeding when Fizzwidget suddenly pushed up their release date.
Is it worth disrupting the protopet shipments?
It's a start. But to stop them for good, we're gonna need to break into Megacorp headquarters.
Break in? How?
I have an old Megacorp ID on my home planet.
We'll split up then. Clank and I will go to the distribution facility. You go grab the ID.
Sweet. Yay, bots. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and now it's on to Smolg. Right. Oh, okay. Apparently not. Right. Which way? I think this way I'll want to go down first. Sweet. Oh, wait. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I would absolutely recommend the Ratchet and Clank games. Well, guess I don't. Okay, so those enemies do... Oh, it's you. Hello. Bye-bye. Yeah, they... those... crabs do... Yeah, those crabs do 3 damage, which is quite intense. Yeah, but as I was saying, if you don't have a PS2, you can still get the Ratchet and Clank games, well, on the PlayStation 3. Can I use this? That did quite a bit actually. Which is actually a bit faster. Okay. Yeah, crabby, crabby, crabby. Ow. Okay. Yeah, they give me heaps of experience. Hey, Shadow Chaser. Is that the right? Yeah. Yeah. Got the name right. Oh, nice, Jesse. What's down here? Okay. I think I should go on what I need to do first. First off, watch this. Okay. Not bad. How are you going? Shadow Chaser? Great. Okay. So... Oh, I can damage them through this. Ah, nice! Yeah, so when they attack, their hitbox extends outside of the outside of the barrier. Thanks for the host, Shadow Chaser. Yeah, so basically I can actually hit them through the barrier. Which is helpful because I am not as strong in this level as I was in some of the past areas. Here. Review. And some health. Much appreciated, game. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So I'm also getting close to a health upgrade, which is also massively helpful. Also, I am also I should stop saying also so much, but there's a part of this level where you need to have 40,000 volts. Fortunately, I don't think that is going to be a particular issue. Oh, nice. So I'm going to specifically avoid breaking those health crates because I really don't want that health right now. Okay. Dynamo. Okay. I feel right. Please. Okay. There we go. Maximum health. I see what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, and looks like there's no way around it. So... Are they coming at once? Oh, okay. Oh, there's a big crab. There's many big crabs. Yeah, looks like I can't actually get up from there. Okay. So it didn't really matter that much whether or not I obtained a health upgrade. Or health return, I guess is the better thing to call it. Okay. And you are just a crab. Okay. Okay. And I feel something here. So that's gonna go across. And it's about here. Down, pick that up. Okay. And now I'm at the end. Basically. All intents and purposes. Okay. Now, the electrolyzer puzzles. Okay. think if I were in New Game Plus, I would have probably been able to. Well, okay.
Incoming! Get down! What the?
Yeah.
Hello,
Ratchet and Clank.
you lucky devils.
Lacrosse.
Has just sent you a galactic greeting.
Guys, if you get this message, please meet me on my home world. Just so you know, I found my old ID badge. I'm pretty sure we can still use it to infiltrate Megacorp HQ, but you're gonna have to hurry. Before the Protopets completely overrun us! Oh, and sorry for the balloonogram. It was the only thing I could get off this
We hope you enjoy your galactic greeting.
That Angela is quite resourceful.
Yeah, she thinks of everything, doesn't she?
She also appears to be in great danger.
Okay, and that's the coordinates to Grelban. Yeah, so as far as I remember, the only games, the only Ratchet and Clank games that were released for the PSP were the Size Matters and Secret Agent. Ooh. Yeah, Secret Agent. And we have a heavy. Yeah, so that takes 3 hits. And then just leave it to the acid. That's quite good to know. Fortunately, before the end of the path, I should be able to get a health upgrade. I'll go for it. Do we have a? I should refill my mini nuke actually. It's basically my only. If in. Show you. Okay. Yeah, the main difference between the games, as from the standpoint of trying to remember which one it was, is that in Size Matters, you control Ratchet in a variety of different situations, whereas in Secret Agent Clank, you only ever control Ratchet in a prison. Those crabs really give oodles of XP. And oh. That one gave less for some reason. Okay, so the infiltrator puzzle that you might have seen me attempt previously was one of the hardest in the game. This one is going to be a lot easier. And nice. Yeah, so it doesn't work in the ultra hard one. but whoop. Okay. That way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Whoop. Okay. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the general way that I get past these puzzles is, yeah, to just try to waggle my stick through it, to waggle the analog stick through them. And basically trying to feel my way to feel my way back to the start, because the goal of those puzzles is to form a path. Break. Whoop. There's two heavies. Well. I can always do it. Okay. I'm going this way. Yeah, I think from now I'm fine to ignore those guys. What's over here? Is that it? Can't jump up there. Oh, it just destroyed itself. Oh, they're actually destroying themselves on the barrier. Do my bidding. Do my bidding. Go. Okay. And I'm basically at the end. Okay. Sweet. And now I've got stuff here that I can grab. And enemies here that I can destroy. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna get at least one more health upgrade, or health max level increase on this planet, at a minimum. But it's a potential possibility that I'll actually upgrade twice. So at the moment, I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 39 health. So just by killing enemies, I think the maximum that I can get is 70, and the remaining 10 you get from the health upgrades that exist across different levels. Out. Okay. Nope, but there might be nothing. Okay. Alright, so that path there gets you to gets you the coordinates to Grelban, and it gets you to a hypnomatic part. This path gets you to another part of the world. Okay. And this one gets you down, but you could probably... Yeah. think the way that I've seen speedrunners complete this path is from the top of the elevator, they sort of fly their way over here. And what happens is they clip into the area where the checkpoint is, and the death abuse, and then respawn at the checkpoint. Okay, no, actually, do I need to wait for that thing to pass? Probably not. I think I might be fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. Okay. Oop. That might have killed me, but right, but one important thing to note about this gameplay, this mechanic, the levitator, is that when you run out of levitator fuel, shown on the bar on the right, your glide slope coming out of it is actually lower. Oh, there's you. Well, I have a present for you. And just takes him out straight up. Okay. Right, fine with that. Now, is there anything back here? Nope. Oh, there's a barrier, but okay. Right. Got to get through the barrier, well, through the gap there. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, so I'm getting pretty close to another health increase. But yeah, the glide slope normally, I think, is roughly 1-to-1, but coming out of using the levitator, I think it's actually 1-to-2. So for every unit you go forward, you go 2 down. Glide slopes might actually be scattered the opposite way, but either way, you gain less distance gliding out of the levitator than you do gliding out of the out of regular glide. No worries. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't quite. Yeah, so that need to worry that much about health. Yeah, I think with one more crab I will run through the volunteer. There we go. Okay. basically upgrading your health. Hey! Welcome back, WPC. No worries, Jazzy. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Yeah, hey, WPC. Okay. Oh no, I see what's going on. Okay. Yeah, so right over here, there's the levitator pad, and I originally thought it was for getting back onto there, but for one thing, you can just glide back if you needed to. And for another thing, you used to get up here. There. I might need to go back for the levitator pad again. I should be able to glide around here to get whatever's here. And nothing is here. Okay. Right. So note yourself, I need to levitate it onto the very, very top. There we go. On the very, very top. Okay. Yeah, so... No worries, Hannah. Good luck with uni stuff. Okay. Yeah, so, another person that has done Let's Plays of this game, well, Let's Plays of the Ratchet Clank series, noted that in his very first playthrough, he actually had trouble finding out how to get to that platform there. And it took him ages and ages until he saw that thing there. Okay. So yeah, this is basically what you use to get there. Okay. Ooh. Thanks, okay. Alright, that's everything.
Go ahead. You'd be doing me a favor. Sure.
Oh, sorry. It's just, I thought you were one of them.
Dear, dear, what I'd give for even an ounce of their feral ignorance.
A burden often accompanies self-awareness, sir.
Living with the abject savagery of one's own kith and kin is quite more than one can bear sometimes. No, the torment of it all.
I understand. I, too, am of a series designed to destroy.
Oh. In that case, I have something that may interest you. But may I first humbly request a meager few bolts for food?
A meager few bolts. Oh, alright, go on.
Lovely long time since I've eaten.
This is Darla Gratch.
Ratchet reporting live from Algon City, where Protopet Mania is in full swing. For those who've spent the past week in hypersleep, the Protopet is Megacorp's wildly popular bioengineered pet. Adorable, non-allergenic, and housebroken, fans of the creature have dubbed it the perfect companion. Between the Protopet's surprisingly low price tag and its lightning-fast breeding cycle, there may soon be more than enough Protopets for everyone. Darla Gratch, Channel 64 News.
The entire population of that planet will be devoured.
Unless we get there in time.
Yep. 40,000 volts. For a planet called Demosu. Okay, that's everything I have for this planet. Okay. Oh yeah, next up is Demosu. Okay. Alright then. Wait, how much are these lampposts giving me? 84, okay. Right. Yeah, so right here there's 3 paths. That path basically gets you to a person selling the hypnotizer. That path gets you to a hypnotizer part, and that path there gets you to a giant Clank segment. That path there is entirely optional, and those 2 paths are required if you are doing a glitchless playthrough of the game. However, if you use nice. Yeah, if you do use glitches, ooh, let's see. Yeah, so if you are using glitches, then you never actually need to land on this planet at all. In terms of what you need to do story things of the game, this planet only gives you the hypnotizer, and there's 2 points in the game where you use the hypnotizer, except for like the point where you first find it as a tutorial on how to use the hypnotizer. But aside from that, there's 2 points in the game where you use it. There we go. I'm not sure if hitting those photo pets I'm not sure if hitting those similar mechanic as the Kalibo 3 grind boot rail. Oh, a skill point! Okay. Well, that was lucky. Yeah, so the skill point the skill point there. The special skill points. Which one is it? What's Robot Rampage? Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, smash and grab, nothing to see. Yeah, Midtown Insanity, okay. So, all it is go through this grind boot path without taking any hits. Surprisingly enough, I managed it. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. And that's the same sound and action as what happens in Jack and Daxter if controller please, if you collect a pallet. Okay, so one thing about these prototypes that's probably good to be mindful, especially in this gameplay challenge where my DPS is reduced. And it's that the proto-pets actually they actually reproduce. Sometimes you will see a proto-pet look up, open its mouth, and have another proto-pet come straight out of it. Okay. Okay. What does this do for me? It takes 2 shots, roughly. No, it takes 3. Oh, yeah, okay. Two. Okay, so that's there. And then you can stand up here. Doing that. Well, that's a good thing to happen. Especially because it means I'm less close to dying, and also because it helps us go through these things. Did that. Okay. Right, and then you need to destroy them all in order to open the door. Which actually makes a playthrough where you're doing it wrench only harder because, well, precisely because you have to destroy them all. So they basically take 2 hyper strikes with a wrench, basically. Actually, you can. Nice. Okay. I'm not sure if this is actually destroying them fast enough. It is having it level up very quickly though. Fortunately, it doesn't take that much ammo from the Lancer to destroy them. Otherwise, I would be in quite some danger. Does that thing open now? Nope, I'm actually stuck in here. Nice. Whoa. Ow. Continue points. Yay. And now I can get you from over here. I mean, it could be better for you. Ow. What hit me? I don't know, but... oh well. That there is a continue point. I believe it takes me to another continue point though. Is this a... yeah. Oh well. Grim Reaper's Express! Okay. Now that the Grim Reaper handily refilled my health for me, there we go. Yeah, these enemies are actually quite good for the sheep enemies. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to sheep make those. Oh well. So yeah, since I'm running low on health, I'll terminate this. Okay, so that phases this, and it also phases the fountain. Whoop. If you will get on it, Ratchet. There we go. Yeah, so you just glide down and hit this, whoa. Yeah. Okay. But, again, rather than take the taxi back, let's take the Grim Reaper's Express. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so it's actually... ow. Okay. Yeah, it's actually possible that by the end of the game, this weapon will be fully leveled, fully upgraded. Alright. So long. Hello. Bye bye. Zoop. Yeah, and then there's 2 enemies right there, which you need to kill for the door to open. Or it might be a case of having to kill all of them. I don't quite remember. I didn't even get down before. That's the video. Okay. Now that those big guys are done, destroy these. Now, another guy. There's another way, isn't there? No, okay. Okay, I'll take it. Now hopefully I will be able to get these guys. Yes, okay. Yeah, so if I wasn't able to hit those enemies from over here. There we go. Yeah, if I wasn't able to attack those enemies from down here, I would have had to go back and skip the entirety of the hypnomatic. Now, this isn't although that might have been after I missed it. Okay. So you do in fact need to kill all the Go along. Okay, does that open the door? Maybe. Yes it does, okay. Yeah, but I am in fact on one hand close to the end of the level, but on the other hand not doing that well, especially because I only have one of these. Now, yeah. Like, ideally I would want to increase my health. Oh, that closes. Well, Okay. Yeah, so I basically need to death abuse to get back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a short break. I'm going to have something to eat, and I will be back in a little while. So I will see everybody then.